morning, everybody. So today we had a little bit of a change of plans. We were going to go to the Way for breakfast and then pop on over to Magic Kingdom. And when we woke up this morning at 6 a.m. to get ready to go for breakfast, it was just too early and we decided to just relax, stay in bed for a little bit. So it's now almost, it's like 9:30-ish, and we are just about to head out to Magic Kingdom. So we are on our way to Magic Kingdom and we decided to stop and get some coffee first. I think, honestly, the park is open till 10, so I don't know how long we'll be there for, but I'm thinking a good majority of the day. I'm looking forward to being able to hopefully ride Splash Mountain for the last time, seeing as it is going to be closed. I know the People Mover probably isn't open, but we're definitely going to look and see while we're there. What are you looking forward to?
Mostly Splash Mountain.
Splash Mountain? Yeah. And Haunted Mansion? We haven't done that in a while.
Yeah, we haven't done that in a
Yeah.
while.
And Pirates. Pirates right now, I just checked the wait times because the park opened about 40 minutes ago and it's already at a 60-minute wait. So we're going to try and hit that probably when it's a little bit later in the day, and because people like to hit Peter Pan, Pirates, Space Mountain, and Splash Mountain. Usually those are the, and Mine Train. Mine Train, those are usually the first ones people hit, so those have the longest wait times. I'm actually not the biggest fan of Mine Train. I think it's a little overrated and I wouldn't wait more than like 15 minutes for it. But we are gonna grab some coffee and then we will be on our way to Magic Kingdom. So we just got parked and we're just getting ourselves together. We're gonna be walking through the gate. It's not that bad parking. Took us about 10 minutes to get from the gate to park. And they're keeping everyone socially distanced by having us park like one space, empty car. So it's really, really nice. It doesn't look to be like it's that packed, to be honest with you. The crowd level I checked was gonna be pretty low today, so the weather is beautiful, so we're gonna have a good time. So we just passed through the Ticket and Transportation Center. We did the temperature check and security screening. Took about 5 minutes, no problem at all. We thought about taking the monorail back here, but the line is really long, and I've actually never done the ferry boat, so we're gonna take the ferry boat over to Magic Kingdom. I don't know if you guys can see in the distance here that it is the first glimpse of the castle that we have seen our entire trip. We're walking up to the ferry boat now, and Josh is telling me how he's surprised that I'm getting on a boat because I have a serious fear of boats, but I said I'm not afraid of it because it's a Disney boat and I know I'm not gonna get drowned on a Disney boat. Just like I'm not afraid of Disney roller coasters because I'm not gonna die on a Disney roller coaster.
You can get on this, you can get on any boat.
I don't think so, no. We're gonna head to the upper deck, try and get a little bit of a better view. So we're on the upper level of the ferry boat. They're loading it up and then we're gonna depart. It's really, really beautiful out today. You can see Magic Kingdom in the distance over here. It's kind of hard to see because it's so bright out. But there's the castle and another ferry boat. I'm very excited. We are finally moving on our way to Magic Kingdom. This boat is actually pretty smooth. I might be having slight panic because it is moving in open water, but I'm okay. Hi, good morning. Thank you. Everyone is waiting because we've got Pooh Bear and Peter Pan, Mary Poppins, Alice, Aladdin. They're all doing this instead of character meet and greets. They do these things now, which I actually really, really like because you get to see more characters, I feel like, versus waiting 30-40 minutes just to meet one. So it's very cool. And there she is in all of her beautiful glory. I'm telling you, man, there is nothing like being on Main Street. Nothing at all. It's a little bit emotional. I'm very, very grateful to be here, especially after the parks closed and everything. It is so surreal to actually be standing here. I'm very excited.
I can tell.
Where do we want to go first?
What do you want?
All right, I think we should head over to Tomorrowland first. So let's go down Main Street. Be very careful of these. I've been known to trip and fall a lot in these train tracks. For Main Street, this definitely is not busy at all.
Last time we come here, you couldn't move.
Yeah, it's definitely the perfect day to be here. I say without masks, this weather would be like flawless. You get used to it though. The first day was a little rough for me because I don't wear one at work since I work from home. But I'm definitely getting used to it. And I am adjusting. Oh, they got a cavalcade right in front of us. I definitely prefer the cavalcades and the way they have the characters now versus the parades before, because I feel like Main Street got really bogged down, and I feel like kids get to see more. You get to meet more characters, especially for people who are really into that. I'm not a huge character dining person, but my kids love it, so I totally understand it. I definitely like it more. It was very quick. We just got to see Mickey and Minnie, which was awesome. And now we are heading towards Tomorrowland. So we just took some pictures in front of the castle, and I want to let everyone know that you may see people without masks on for photos. You are definitely 100% required to wear a mask at all times, even when taking pictures. So just keep that in mind. I don't think it's that big of a deal, but some people may have issues with it. I can already see from here that the TTA is moving, but it doesn't look like they have any guests on it, so I'm guessing that it's closed, which is a tragedy, as we all know, but we shall endure. Yeah, it's supposed to open up any day now, so we'll see, but I'm doubting that it's going to be open while we're here. If it is so, you best believe I will be on it. I will wait an hour for that. It's my favorite ride in Tomorrowland for sure. Last time we were here, we did the laugh floor with our kids. It was really, really fun. But we left our water bottle, so make sure you pick up everything when you leave. It's a really good place to go for a sit down, relax, have a laugh, get some air conditioning. Right now, it looks like it's just pretty much gonna be a walk-on. They have you pause in between shows, but looks pretty much to be a walk-on. There's no stated wait time at the current moment. We can see the people mover moving with no people on it. I think while we're over here, the first thing we're gonna hit up is Carousel of Progress. It's a must-do for me, for sure. It's also a really good place if you've got tired kids. Pop them on Carousel Progress. It's about 15 minutes of air conditioning, comfortable seating. Just walking through Tomorrowland past the Speedway. I think we're gonna pop into the Starlight Cafe and see if we just can't grab something quick. We haven't eaten breakfast or anything yet today, so even if it's just like a drink and a sandwich or something, we're gonna grab that. And then Josh actually wants to do the Speedway, which I haven't done since I was a kid because I'm not really the biggest fan of it, but why not, right? You're here, we've got the whole day. There's not a huge line. We'll double check the wait time when we sit down in this restaurant, so we'll see if we're gonna do it now or later. I totally was completely unprepared, and most of the quick service restaurants here are going to be mobile order only. So we're gonna go ahead and pull up the mobile order and go from there. They have these really nice signs posted out front of all the restaurants, so if you don't know how to pull up My Disney Experience and do the mobile ordering there, they do have these awesome like QR code signs outside of every restaurant. Here, I'll show you guys. So for Starlight, they have it right here.
You're gonna have to do it because you have the Disney Experience.
So you do have to have the My Disney Experience app, but you just go ahead and scan the QR code and you'd be able to place your mobile order. So we went ahead and placed our mobile order at Starlight. We're just gonna get a cheeseburger to split with some french fries and a drink. We have to wait about 10 minutes or so for the mobile order window time to open up, and then right now we're gonna check wait times and see what everything's at and kind of just make a tentative game plan from there. We're taking it really easy today. Right now we're just enjoying a little shade. It's actually, well, a little bit warmer than I was expecting, so. But I will share with you guys the food when I get it, and that whole process of mobile ordering and how it is nowadays versus being able to walk up like we used to before. So we went ahead and just got like a basic cheeseburger. I'm not really expecting it to be much more than that. So we're just gonna sit down here and enjoy the air conditioning for a minute, have a little bit of lunch with our masks off, and go from there. We're still debating on doing the Speedway or not, but we'll keep you guys up to date. We just finished lunch at the Starlight Cafe. It definitely isn't worth what you're paying for it. It's a glorified McDonald's cheeseburger for $12 is a little much, but we just got in line for Winnie the Pooh, and we're gonna do that. What did you think about lunch?
I thought it was pretty good for what it is, but you're definitely paying Disney prices, so that's my only issue.
Yeah, $12 for a cheeseburger, right?
Yeah.
We just got off Winnie the Pooh. It's really cute. We're not going to take the time to look around the store, really. We would if we had our kids here, but it's not really a point without the kids. It's a bunch of like stuffed animals and things like that. All right, what do you think of the ride?
Pretty good. It's Winnie the Pooh, you know, it's better if you have kids, but you know, if you're here to experience it, it's definitely worth going on.
Better if you have kids. Or you're like me. So we exited the ride right by Storybook Treats, and this is where you can get the Peter Pan float. So we are gonna grab one and give it a try. All right, so we stopped, pull over to the side, and we ordered the Peter Pan float. Here it is. It is a lime Dole Whip with a chocolate feather with Sprite. So we're gonna give it a shot. That is really sweet. It's not bad. It's definitely it's like a lime sherbet, but sweeter. I don't know if I'd order it again. It's a little like artificial tasting. But yeah, it was $7. I don't think I'd order it again. I don't really see the hype in it. I will eat it though, because it's cold and it's hot outside. What do you think?
I like it.
You do? You like it? It's not too sweet for you?
I had to get another one for you.
Okay. When it comes to like candy, sweets, ice creams, things like that, he's more into it than I am. He likes it, I'm happy. It's melting really quickly, so we are gonna eat it and probably head over to the Little Mermaid area and see what the wait time is on that. All right, upon further review of the Peter Pan float, the sherbet by itself is way too sweet for me, but when you mix it with the Sprite that's in the bottom of the glass, it like mellows it out, and it's actually really, really good. I like it like that. He likes it all, except for the chocolate feather. He said the chocolate feather tasted like wax, and when I tried it, it tastes like a candy melt. It doesn't taste like milk chocolate. It tastes like one of those colored candy melts you can buy at like a cake store, like or Michael's, things like that. But we're gonna go ahead and finish it. Walk over to Little Mermaid. Over here on the walk over to the Little Mermaid, it's a lot quieter than the rest of the park. There aren't as many people, it's not as congested. Tomorrowland is definitely far more congested than this area. So it's nice. The sun kind of dipped behind the clouds a little bit too, so it's not like baking us anymore. But how are you enjoying the day so far?
It's pretty good. The park was a little more filled with people than I expected it to be.
Yeah, well, we're definitely surprised with the crowd level.
Not a bad thing. I'm glad people are getting out and about. But at the same time, I assume coming here and, you know, having 10-minute wait lines everywhere, that's just not the case.
No, most of the waits, to be honest with you, are over 40 minutes.
Yeah, over 40 minutes to an hour.
Mine train currently is at a 75. We waited about 25 minutes for Pooh, and I'm guessing we're gonna probably have to wait about 30 to 40 minutes for Little Mermaid.
Little Mermaid, yeah.
Which we're coming up on right now. But you can see the crowds over here are a lot less dense. It's not nearly as busy.
No, Tomorrowland is packed.
Yeah, it really is. That ride is always so cute. I love it. I didn't film much on it because there's a ton of videos on YouTube where you guys can watch it. It's one of those ones that I wanted to sit back and really enjoy. I always like it. I don't know if you remember it or not, but what was your thought on it?
It was pretty good. It's kind of slow for me, but you know, it's Little Mermaid.
It is definitely warm here in the hub of Fantasyland, where it's all concrete, there's no shade, so you're kind of roasting a little bit. It's nice to see that the carousel is up and running because the teacups weren't, so I was afraid maybe that the carousel wouldn't be, but it is. We're gonna check the wait time for Peter Pan, right, while we're over here?
Yep.
And see if we wanna go on it. We're not gonna go on Small World this trip because the one over here has a legitimate, serious fear of dolls. So we're not gonna do it. It creeped him out last time. He got mad at me when I made him go on it.
You the kids forced me on it.
I had to have my kids do it. It's a classic. I'm probably not gonna do Peter Pan because I'm looking at it and it looks like it's a really long wait. Let's see.
Going around the corner.
We're about to come up on it right now. Small World doesn't look too bad, but we're definitely not gonna do it. It's actually 45 minutes. That's not for Peter Pan at 1:45 in the afternoon. That is definitely a good thing to hop on at that time. We're gonna wait though and see if it gets a little bit less time towards the end of the day when the park's cleared out a little bit. It's not a must-do for me on my trip, so. And then Small World at the same time is 50 minutes right now, so not interested. We're gonna walk through the Tangled area. If you ever need to go pee and you don't like public restrooms, like me, hit up the Tangled bathrooms. They're the nicest ones in Magic Kingdom. They also have a really nice like family changing area for parents with kids. We're currently trying to join the line for Haunted Mansion, and it is a trek to find the end of this line. There was no wait time posted.
No clear markings. No
clear markings, but on my Disney experience it said 25 minutes, and it looks like the line is moving, so we're gonna hop on into it anyway. I think we are nearing the end,
yeah,
possibly.
Back
oh my gosh, look how far out this line goes. You can literally see Splash Mountain from here. That's how far this line is going. We are in the Haunted Mansion line, and it is backed up all the way to Hall of Presidents because they have you doing the social distancing. So you have 6 feet in between yourself and the other party, or supposed to at least. People aren't necessarily following that too greatly, but it's backed way up. So we're hoping that 20 to 30 minutes right now. It is 1:45. So by the time I make it to the actual Haunted Mansion front, where they have the signage and the wait time and stuff like that, I'll let you guys know how long the wait was. Okay, to get from where the line started to where I am now, right in front of Haunted Mansion, 5 minutes. That's it. So the lines look really long, but they're actually moving pretty well. So it's fine, right?
Yeah, at least today, if we've got a 30-minute wait, it's really only taking 10 or 15 minutes.
Yeah, it's taking about half the time it's posted on my Disney experience. From the time I got into the line to the time I'm getting off the ride was a total of 25 minutes. So definitely not what they posted. I have to say, going on Haunted Mansion now versus before is definitely a little bit different. you just walk through the stretching room. They don't do the stretching room the way they used to, so that's kind of a letdown. But other than that, it's pretty much the same experience. But the stretching room is like a big letdown.
It's a big letdown for me.
Yeah. I did jump. This is the first time I've ever been on a ride where something popped up in the graveyard and I jumped.
Yeah, legitimately scared her.
So we're gonna head out. I'm wearing sandals currently, and I need to put my sneakers on because my feet are starting to feel it a little bit. We're gonna head towards the Splash Mountain area. In terms of areas to be in Magic Kingdom, Frontierland is probably my favorite personally. I think it's just an aesthetic thing. I think that Fantasyland is hot and very concreted. I think Tomorrowland is fun, but for me, Fantasyland is like my all-time favorite. I like to spend a lot of time here, and Splash Mountain is my favorite ride in Magic Kingdom. So I'm very excited to get to do that before it gets transitioned over to Tiana, which I think will actually be really cool. I think that the ride itself leads itself to Tiana really, really well. I don't know when they're gonna shut it down. I don't know when they're gonna start the refurbishment on it, but it'll be interesting to see the transition. Anyone who's worried about social distancing and people complying, Disney, I would say about every 15 to 20 minutes has a park-wide announcement to remind everyone to keep their distance, wear their masks, that they have hand sanitizer everywhere. I know they have hand washing stations. I personally haven't seen one yet, but I know from experience of watching other people's vlogs that they have them. I really wouldn't be too worried. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that people are following social distance guidelines because it's kind of difficult. It's definitely not being followed. I wouldn't say that anyone has stayed within the 6 feet apart rule, even in lines. So if you're very uncomfortable without people being up in your space, maybe wait a little bit to come back to the parks.
The public water fountain?
Yeah, that is one thing that is very strange. They have the public water fountain still available for people to drink out of. I don't know if they have to have that due to the heat or what, but to me that makes absolutely no sense. You're requiring face masks and social distancing, mobile ordering, hand sanitizing, and yet you still have water fountains all throughout the park.
For everybody to drink out of, right after one another, it totally defeats COVID regulations.
Yeah, I don't understand it at all. I think that it's pointless, personally. Overall, I would say...
Bring your own water.
Yes, bring your own water. In terms of, do I feel safe or not? Yes, I do. Splash Mountain is currently at a 75-minute wait time. So we're gonna wait a little bit. It makes sense, it's really hot. A lot of people are gonna hop on there when the weather gets like this. We're gonna go check out the wait time for Pirates of the Caribbean, which I'm very excited to ride for 2 reasons. 1, I love the ride. 2, the smell. There is nothing like the smell on this ride. It's so good. I've heard that Magic Candle Company has a candle called Pirate's Life that's supposed to smell exactly like that. I don't know from personal experience, but I've heard it. So if you're as obsessed with it as me, I would get the candle from them. We are currently sitting at the back end of Ohana, which has now become part of Tambu Lounge, and we're gonna order some drinks.